Sharply hit. Great diving stop by Taylor Jones. Smith covering out at first base. What a play by Taylor Jones. Joe Smith a little late covering, but he gets there just in time to get Profar for the second out of the inning.
That was a great play by the 6'6" first baseman for the Houston Astros. Saving potential of a couple of runs. Tough hop, able to knock it down, keep it in the glove. Gave a great feed to Joe Smith, who was late getting to that bag. I'm not sure Jayce and Profar ever touched first base.
If he did, he beat the play, but I'm not sure if his hand bounced and then went over the bag.
This play needs some in-depth analysis. CloseCallSports.com. Here we come. If the batter runner misses first base, a runner misses the base, said batter runner shall be considered as having reached the base. Okay, simple enough. When we're looking at this from a replay review standpoint, you are looking to see if the batter runner's left hand touches first base or not. If yes, that's safe. If not, that's an out. Now, some people might say, wait a minute, but the batter runner got to the plane of first base before the pitcher did. Clearly. And I agree. However, that's not what we're looking at. Remember, we have placed so much emphasis on touching that, and you're going to say, well, of course, because the defense would need to appeal that he missed the base. But there's a difference between a body part missing a base and the entire runner missing a base. We've talked about passing a base before, so I'm going to rotate this graphic to try to account for first base. I'll actually put a new one up for you. The yellow line tells you when a batter runner is considered to have passed first base. When the batter runner passes the entirety of that yellow line, as the umpire manual says, both feet must be past the back edge or beyond the edge. So Profar would have had to pass that green line. The back feet must have been past that green line entirely to be considered to have reached the base and passed it. In other words, missing the base. He's not missing the base until he is entirely past that green line. So the fielder clearly does tag the base before we have that opportunity. Therefore, this is not an appeal play. This is a simple, did the runner touch first base prior to the fielder, or did the fielder touch first base prior to the runner? And replay review cannot answer the question of did the runner touch first base. They have a call stands because they don't know. And it's not because of Siegel's timing call or any other reason for Siegel making that call. It doesn't matter what the reasoning is for making the call. Replay review can't tell one way or another conclusively whether Profar touched it, so they default to the call on the field no matter what the reason is. For those of you still holding on to he got to the front edge of first base first, here's devil's advocate. How about all the replay reviews we do where the runner's foot is in the air over first base but not actually touching it, and the replay official simply calls the runner out for that reason? Yeah, the foot broke the plane before the ball got there, but the runner is still out. Anyway, here's an ejection.
Anything, this review, thing over to first base. Got him.
Carlson tosses him. His hands are like, hey, it's automatic. I had to do it. Tingler says, I know that, and then he puts his mask on.
It's always awkward. It's not the umpires who made that call.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well get on the headset and start yelling at somebody instead of the crew chief. And this is really the one that kind of sold it for me with that hand bouncing over the top of the corner of the bag.
Just not enough there. I mean, bounce? Does he get it? Maybe. But there's nothing that definitively says he got to the bag.
I agree. 100% agree.
So we'll have a pitching change after all that. Tingler thrown out of the game. And Ryan Presley will come out for a 4-inning save.
Out at first base still, call stand. Jayce Tingler coming out, and he cannot come out. They didn't see anything definitive enough to overturn that call of out. So it'll be 3-1 on the putout, and Profar headed to the dugout for the second out of the inning. And it looks like going to have a pitching change for the Astros. So 2 outs in the 8th inning. Padres have 2 men on when we return.